guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I've got my October empties. So I have got wax and non-wax things, almost all Scentsy, a few vendor items, but it's a little bit of everything. So we got a bunch of Scentsy bars here, as well as a few other items. So I'll get into the non-wax first, and then we'll go to the wax. So for non-wax, I used a pumpkin roll car bar. This is just the regular car bar that hangs from a ribbon in your rearview mirror. This one I just put in a few days ago. It's doing very well so far. And the first day it was a lot of that like walnut and cream cheese note. This one is really good. Now it is like a nice bakery cinnamon, like a cinnamon cake. It's very, very good. Very yummy. My daughter commented that she liked this one. We're enjoying this one. So I can't speak to longevity because it's only been in for maybe 4 or 5 days, but it's doing very well so far and we are happy with that one. Next, I did some pods. I finished a pod pack in Cozy Vanilla and Pumpkin. This is one of the limited time fall harvest trio scents. So there are those. I did both of these in my air purifier in the bedroom. And these were on the light side. They were a lot spicier to my nose than the wax was. So the main thing I got from these was that kind of cinnamon note or whatever that spice note is. I think it's a type of cinnamon. That was what I mostly got, but they were quite light. I actually forgot about them and I just took them out maybe a week ago. But yeah, I forgot about them in there. They weren't very strong. You could kind of smell them for the first week or so if the wax kind of died off. But other than that, after the first couple days, I didn't really notice them all that much. So I probably wouldn't repurchase these pods myself, but there are those. I prefer the wax in this scent. It's not a favorite scent of mine anyways, but I do prefer the wax to the pods in this particular scent. Then I did a wallflower bulb in white pumpkin. This one is, does it have the notes on here? Yes, so it's white pumpkin, autumn spice, ground cinnamon, and essential oils. So it is kind of a classic spiced pumpkin scent. This one just goes in our hallway down to the bedrooms. It was good. I might repurchase this scent. It's not one that I would seek out again, but I would potentially pick it up again. I wouldn't avoid it, that is for sure. We quite enjoyed that nice fall scent. I did a couple fragrance flowers. So a couple of the ones that I had going were used up. And what I've noticed is in these empties, I never do fragrance flowers because how do I put an empty fragrance flower into my empty basket? It would create an oily mess. So what I've decided to do going forward is when I switch out a fragrance flower, put the box of the new one into here so I can talk about the new one. And that way you're going to get like a shorter review of how it's doing initially. But I will never be able to put a fragrance flower that's used up and still oily to the touch in my basket. So those go right to my fragrance flower graveyard in a windowsill in my office. But yes, so here is one in Winterberry Apple Tea. This one was replacing Cashmere and Corduroy. Cashmere and Corduroy is not used up, but it was no longer scenting my entire bathroom. It's about halfway used up. I've had it out for about 2 months now, and I've moved it to our master bedroom, like walk-in closet, and it's doing quite well in there. You can definitely smell it when you go in the closet. It smells very nice and cozy and fresh, perfect closet scent. But I did switch it out for the Winterberry Apple Tea. The Cashmere and Corduroy fragrance flower does have a very yellow tinted oil, so be aware of that. If that bothers you when the flower is very yellow, you probably don't want Cashmere and Corduroy. It did very well for a time, and I'm finding the oil in Cashmere and Corduroy is quite thick. It's a more viscous oil than some of the other fragrance flower oils, so it is slower to soak up. I've had fragrance flowers like that before. What ends up happening is they just last a very long time, like a year. So I'm expecting that one to last quite a long time. But anyways, in the bathroom now is Winterberry Apple Tea. This is the Dahlia Darling shape, so the spiky petals. It did okay for the first few days, and you can still sort of smell it if that room has been closed. But I am noticing it's a lighter fragrance flower than like Cashmere and Corduroy was. It's one of the lighter fragrance flowers I've used, and that might just be my bathroom or my space, because I have heard other people say that Winterberry Apple Tea was specifically a very strong one in their home. So it could just be my bathroom or this fragrance flower in general. But this one is kind of just a medium performer for me. It smells very good. It's very berryish, very nice and cozy and sweet. The fragrance scent appeal is great. I don't know that I would purchase this fragrance flower again, just based on the fact that it's not as strong as I prefer them to be. But it is a great scent. And if you prefer a slightly lighter intensity fragrance, this one's probably a good one. Then I did one to switch out in our guest bathroom. We had Blue Grotto in there and it did amazing. That one was the best fragrance flower we've ever had. I've repurchased 2 more. That one's excellent. If you want a good, strong, like bathroom fragrance flower, Blue Grotto. Get Blue Grotto, it is so good. But it finished up within a couple months. So I went ahead and replaced it with Wild for Fall in the Dahlia Darling. This one is a limited edition one. This is part of the Harvest collection, so you won't be able to get this one forever. So if you want this one, get it soon. But Wild for Fall. It's like Satsuma Orange, Sunflower, and Pine Tree. Or maybe Spruce. Some kind of like evergreen tree. It is very good as well, and it's doing very strongly as well. This one's been in for a good 2 to 3 weeks now. It's doing fabulous. You can smell it every time you walk in the bathroom. It's nice and fresh and orangey and evergreeny. It's really good. I would definitely repurchase this one for sure. So that one we've been impressed with, happy with. And to me, it's more of like a wintry scent than a fall scent, but really happy with the performance and really enjoying that. Then I also finished up a like body care item, I guess. This is Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Removing Balm. This is for washing your face or removing makeup, at least at the end of the day. I have these in my shower. This is like part of a holiday trio they came out with last season, and I noticed they do have another holiday trio of these this season in different scents. I will probably pick that up at Sephora. I'll use these all year round, and I like that they're small. You can purchase this product in a larger tub in like a regular kind of green spa-like scent. It's a very pleasant scent. I prefer the smaller sizes just because I keep these in my shower. And so what I do is I, open it up, stick my fingers in, and then wipe my makeup off. I don't want to do that so often with a larger tub because I'm sticking wet hands into it all the time because I'm in the shower. So I do prefer these smaller ones because it limits the bacteria growth because you're going to use it up before it gets gross. So I prefer that just based on how I personally use it. If you were using it at your sink with dry, clean hands, I mean, my hands are clean because I've washed, but they're wet, and wetness in products breeds bacteria. So I prefer the small sizes. And I also think it's really fun to have the different scents. This one was strawberry scented, and it was very pleasant. It was fun. Yeah, this one is fun. And I love the product. If you're looking for a good makeup remover, this one's so good. It does not strip your skin. It removes all of your makeup. It does not burn your eyes. And that is always a big one for me. I hate it when I use a eye-safe makeup remover and then you're like, oh my gosh, my eyes. And you're like trying to like reach for a towel, but you're in the shower and it's just a mess. This doesn't do that. It will not hurt your eyes most likely. It definitely doesn't hurt mine. My eyes are fairly sensitive. So yeah, highly recommend the Green Clean by Pharmacy. Yeah. And again, they do have a 3-pack of these little guys at Sephora and possibly Ulta, but definitely Sephora for the holidays. I did a couple vendor wax items. I did a Black Flame candle from Vintage Chic Scents. And this one is Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies, Gooey Marshmallow, and Campfire. This one I remember really enjoying. I would probably repurchase this. This one, the Blackberry Jam note, sold this one. Like, this was fantastic. It did very well in our bedroom. I liked that. Next, I did All the Fall Things by Harper James. Mulled cider, caramel, cinnamon, funnel cake, and maple. This one was also very delicious. This was from my lovely friend Becky, and enjoyed this. I did this both in our bedroom and our living room. This one I did find to be on the lighter side, but so pleasant. Like, so pleasant. I would repurchase that as well. And then on to Scentsy Wax. So I had done Lovely Lychee, which is pineapple and lychee from Sarah in New Zealand. And this was a Scentsy Wax, but it was a sample she sent me. So this one was very good. Very springy, summery, crisp, cool, like fruitiness. It was very, very good. I would purchase that for summer warming. I also finished a Christmas Cottage. This one is orange, raspberry, and spices. This one is like my favorite Christmas bar probably ever. Love it. Love. Oh my gosh. Yes, I do have more of this. I will repurchase, have repurchased. Recommend this to everyone I know for the holidays. I did Fairy Tale Pumpkin, which was fine. I don't know that I would seek it out, but I would be fine with warming this again if I have it. I do have one more bar. I'll happily warm it next holiday or next Halloween, but I'll save it until then. It was a pretty good performer in my house. Vanilla Bean Buttercream. This one's a staple to have for mixing. I always keep this one on hand. This one is like cane sugar and butter and like vanilla. It's a good one. Love that one. We did Cranberry Orange Cider. This is currently available in the Holiday Trio. I really like this one. This one was a light to medium, maybe medium in my open layout. So not as strong as I maybe would have preferred, but I did really, really like the scent. We'll have repurchased that one. And that's a club contender as well. Frosted Vanilla. This is one of the new scents this season. It is like, I want to say birch vanilla and maybe peppermint or icy air. This one's very pretty to my nose. I love it. Definitely a lot of vanilla here. If you liked Olaf Warm Hugs, if you like maybe Silver Bells, if you liked Vanilla Mint maybe, then you might like Frosted Vanilla. This one does very well in my home. It lasts for days and days and days, like 3 to 4 days, and at a nice intensity. So love Frosted Vanilla. We did Halloween Town. Had to, Halloween time. This one I think is like berries and like cedarwood and spices or something like that. It's a nice like kind of fall scent. It's like a berry fall scent. Does nicely in my house for a day, and then I just enjoy warming that one. So I do have a few more bars of this that I will save for next Halloween. We have Green from the Chase Rainbows collection. This one is a very like almost perfumey green apple note. Yeah, I would say it's like a perfumey green apple. More like a green apple peel or with like a tree note or something. This one, I don't know. I prefer a sweeter apple myself, or I don't know. There's something about this one that just kind of throws me. I did mix it to finish it up. I would not repurchase Green, although it was an excellent performer, lasted a long time, and was very, very strong. Then we did Mandarin Moon. This is one of my absolute loves. It's in my club. It was a bring back my bar a while back. This one is like the most perfect orange with like the best mix of spices ever. It's so, so, so nice. It is like cinnamon, clove, ginger, anise. There's all kinds of good stuff in here. And it's just so warm and cozy. And it's perfect for any time from like fall through end of winter. This is perfect for any cooler months. It's lovely. Then I did Maple Rum Cake, part of a Harvest Trio. This one was good. It was one of those ones where it's kind of just okay on cold, but on warm it was much nicer. It kind of got a bit gooier smelling, a bit sweeter. I did like it. I do want to try warming what I have left of this one in my office. I want to mix it with maple vanilla glaze and see what I come up with that. So I'm going to try that next. Then we did Warm Pumpkin Drizzle. This was the scent of the month for, I think, October. Yeah. This one is good. It is pineapple upside down cake to my nose. I get little to no pumpkin from this, even though pumpkin is in the name. It is a bakery pineapple scent to my nose. The pineapple in the top notes on this is very prominent, and I do smell it on warm as well. It did pretty well in my house. It goes for about a day, but at a pretty nice intensity, and it's quite enjoyable. I do have a few more bars of this, and I will enjoy them. Then we did St. Nickerdoodle, probably my favorite bar of the month. Probably takes a place in my top 5 or 6 of all time. St. Nickerdoodle is wonderful. Yes, apple, powdered sugar, and I think snickerdoodle cookies. It is bakery heaven. If you like bakery at all, if you like apple scents at all, you need to try St. Nickerdoodle ASAP. We did maraschino sugar cookie. I finished the last 2 cubes of my Whiff Box bar from last year. This was good. After aging for almost a year, the sugar cookie note came out much more. The cherry toned down, the vanilla came up. It was a very nice balance. Yes, that was a good one. So I will say, if you get a brick of maraschino sugar cookie, you can expect it to age quite nicely. Just One Bite from the Villains collection. This one I think is like cloves, cinnamon, apples, and molasses. There might be dark woods too. I think there's dark woods. This one is a kind of deep, dark, complex apple spice scent. I quite like it. I like the molasses note. Not everyone does. I would probably purchase a bar of this if I saw it again, but it's not a must-have for me. I did quite enjoy it. It did quite well in my house. Gimme Candy. Again, one of my favorite, probably, is it my favorite scent of the month? This is probably my favorite scent of the month of the year. I'll do a video of that at the end of the year when we've had all the scent of the months. This one was like caramel corn goodness. I love this. This is in my club. I might even increase my club amount to 2 bars every quarter because I use a lot of this. This one is amazing on its own or as a mixer and very, very strong. Maple Vanilla Glaze. This one was very strong, not very short, long-lived, but did very well for a while. And it's so good. It's like literally like Tim Hortons, like regular donuts that are like dipped in maple glaze. So good. Then we did Pumpkin Tiramisu. This is a very old bar that I just used up, and it was excellent. There is a note in here, and I don't know what it is, but it's got a little bit of maple, and it's got a little bit of this like, well, it's got a lot of this like butterscotchy caramel note that I've not smelled the same note in any other scent that Scentsy has done. It is unique to this bar, and I loved it, and I wish Scentsy would use more of that note. That was very good. I would repurchase that if I saw it. Jack's Obsession. I have repurchased. I have a stockpile of this. This one is green apple and spice, and it's a nice spicy apple scent. Definitely green apple, a bit tart, lightly perfumey, like lightly, very lightly. I think you can warm this in any room though. It does fine in an open area. It does well in bathrooms, bedrooms. This is a very versatile bar for where you can warm it, and it does quite well in my house. Then we did Casting Spells, always controversial. I like it. This one I think is like pear, apple, and spices. It's really good. It's like a bubbling fruit cobbler of pear and apple. I like that one a lot. Did well in my house. And I did a couple sample cups for Wax Wars. I did Pumpkin Chai, 2 of them, and Farm Stand Pumpkin, 2 of them. So there are those. Oh, and there's a few more bags here at the bottom. I also did Glacier from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is peppermint, sugar, and light butter from my lovely friend Becky. This one did very well. This was a good 2 or 3 days. It was a nice like buttermint scent. I really liked this one. I think this would have been very nice in the summertime as well if it's hot out, but I really enjoyed that on a cooler day as well. That would also be a good one if you're not feeling well, if you have a headache. It would be tolerable if you had a headache. Then we did It's Fall Charlie Brown. I did this around Thanksgiving. This is apple pumpkin strudel and zucchini bread. This was very good. This is also from my lovely friend Becky. I did this in the open layout. It was definitely zucchini bread heavy to begin with, and then it kind of balanced out, and it was this lovely, you could definitely smell all the notes, like apple, pumpkin strudel, and zucchini bread. And it was very warm and cozy and homey. Loved that one. So thank you, Becky. And then my Lucky Rat Tail. This one is from Vintage Chic Scents, and this is blueberry cheesecake, apple fritters, and sugar cookies. Very good. Similar blueberry note to my nose to blueberry cheesecake from Scentsy, but the addition of the apple fritters and the cookies made this one. It was so, so, so good. So loved that. Very nice. And I would probably repurchase that if I saw it. So thank you. And that is what I've gone through this month. So smaller empties than usual. Quite a bit of wax, but not as much other stuff. I'm just kind of halfway through all my laundry stuff and my body, like shower stuff. So not a whole lot other than wax this month, except for the fragrance flowers. So let me know what you've used this month and what are you planning to use going into November? I would love to know. Are you going to be going into Christmas warming and stuff like that starting in November, or do you wait till December for that? I'm going to be doing my melting basket here soon, and so I will let you know what I'm planning to warm in November. I do decorate in November, towards the middle of the month, so I will be doing quite a bit of Christmas warming after that point. In the meantime, I would love to know also, do you dress up for Halloween, or do you leave that for your kids? I'd love to know. I take my daughter around trick-or-treating. I don't personally dress up. But I know some people do love to dress up, and I would love to know if you are dressing up, what you're being for Halloween. So let me know below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.